Hello students, welcome to online class. I am Professor Shruti Joshi, Faculty of KLS Gogte College of Commerce, Belgavi. In last class, we have discussed regarding the stages in the growth of financial services, and we have discussed two stages, that is before independence, after independence till 1990. Actually, the stages are classified into three, that is before independence, after independence till 1990, and after 1990. But in the last class we have discussed regarding the first stage, that is before independence, which includes the characteristics like unorganized, few industrial securities, no separate issuing institutions, no financial intermediaries, restrictions on outside savings. And the second stage, that is after independence till 1990, which includes the institutions like nationalization of commercial bank, nationalization of GIC, then setting up of different financial institutions, which includes development financial institutions, investing institutions, and other institutions, and even the commercial banks. Okay, so in the last class we have discussed two stages, and today we'll continue with the same topic, that is stage 3, that is after 1990. Okay, see, in 1991, that is after 1990, which will come obviously the 1991, right? So in 1991, this LPG, that is liberalization, privatization, and globalization, as well as deregulation, have transformed Indian economy from closed to open economy. That is, Indian economy has opened the economy for the other countries too. It has welcomed the activities of the foreign countries. So financial services is focusing more attention towards the development of capital market, which is functioning as the main agency for the allocation of resources among the public as well as private sectors and state government. Major developments that have taken place in the Indian financial services will discuss briefly one by one. Okay, so the first change which have taken place is entry of private sector. Since 1990s, government control over financial institutions have developed in the phased manner, right? So public or development financial institutions have been converted into companies, that is private companies, allowing them to issue equity or bonds to the public. Government has allowed private sector to enter into banking as well as insurance sector. IFCI, that is Indian Financial Corporation of India, has been converted into a public company. Okay, so as after independence till 1990, okay, these sector, financial service sector, was under the control of the government. It was nationalized. But after 1990, okay, government control over financial institutions has been converted into private sectors. Okay, next comes is changing role of development finance institutions. See, before 1990, this development financial institutions used to perform what? The role of term lending institutions, extending loans for project finance, underwriting, direct subscription, lease financing, and so on. This we have discussed while discussing DFI, that is in setup of financial institutions in the stage 2, right? So before 1990, this was the function of the development finance institution. They received funds from what? The government and the RBI. But now, after 1990, there is remarkable shift in the activities of the DFIs, that is development financial institutions. What are those shifts or the changes? That we'll discuss one by one. First change is that DFIs are engaged in non-fund based financial activities such as merchant banking, project counseling, portfolio management, services, then merger and acquisitions, then new issue management, and so on. Okay, then these DFIs raise funds through issue of bonds carrying floating rate of interest or bonds without government guarantee. Okay, then earlier DFIs sponsored infrastructural institutions such as Technical Consultancy Organization, Management Development Institute, and Institute for Financial Management and Research. Okay, then focus shifted to development of capital market from the infrastructure institutions to the development of capital market. As a result, some other institutions were promoted by the DFIs. What are those other institutions? Are like CRISIL, that is Credit Rating Information Services of India, then ICRI, that is Investment Information and Credit Rating Agency, then Credit Analysis and Research, that is CARE, then OTCEI, that is Over the Counter Exchange of India, then NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, then Stock Holding Corporation of India, then IFCI Financial Services Limited, then IFCI Investors Service Limited, and so on. There are many such other institutions which started promoted by the DFIs. Okay, then comes is emergence of non-banking financial companies, that is NBFCs. Okay, in the unorganized non-banking sector, number of non-banking financial companies are providing financial services, that is partly fee-based and partly asset or fund-based services they are providing. Their activities include equipment leasing, hire purchase finance, bills discounting, loans or investment. Okay, then venture capital, housing finance, and so on. Okay, and fee based services like portfolio management, issue management, loan syndication, merger and acquisition, which we have discussed while discussing the classifications of the financial services. Okay, then comes is growth of mutual fund industry. Mutual fund industries, they allocate the funds from the savers and invest them in the diversified securities to get the more profit and reduce the risk, right? Initially UTI was the single organization issuing the mutual fund units, but at present, okay, the mutual funds are sponsored not only by UTI but also by banks, insurance organizations, right? Then other private sectors, right? So financial institutions that too offer mutual funds are gaining popularity among the small investors due to what? Due to many reasons, like tax exemptions on income from mutual funds. Then units of mutual funds, if held for 12 months, are to be treated as long term asset, then for the purpose of capital gains tax, right? So minimum investment in units has been enhanced from rupees 1000 to rupees 5000 in primary market. So mutual fund industry started growing rapidly. Okay, then comes is developments in secondary market or stock market, that is stock exchange market. Capital market has undergone tremendous changes over the year. So number of development have taken place, like insurance of regulation by SEBI in respect of brokers or sub brokers or dealers in trading or settlement. Then more transparency has taken place in trading and settlement practices. Then regulation of badla trading. Okay, regarding the stock market we have discussed in the 5th semester, okay, in detail, what are the badla trading, what are these SEBI, what are brokers, what are sub brokers, what are dealers, what are jobbers. Okay, and NSE, OTCI, all these things we have discussed in the 5th semester. If you want, you can once again go through the videos of the 5th semester of Indian financial markets, or you can even go through the notes which I have given. You better brush it up once, and then you will understand this concept very easily. Then setting up of National Securities Depository Limited, then Central Depository Services like CDSL and National that is NSDL, and system of electronic trading through dematerialization of shares, and so on. Okay, then lastly, it is significant changes in financial services. That is some of the significant changes that have taken place over the last few years and that may have implications on the Indian financial services. are like Unit Trust of India, that is the leading mutual fund organization, has been split into two parts as consequences of the establishment and UTI Bank. Okay, then private sector has been allowed in the insurance sector, therefore breaking the monopoly of LIC, and JIC has been delinked from its four subsidiaries. Okay, then introduction of derivative trading, which includes index, stock, or interest futures and options, has also been one of the significant development having implications on the financial services. So this is the stage 3, that is after 1990 of the financial services. So these are the different stages of the growth or the development of the financial services. Okay, the other things we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.